Hello, bitches. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Arty, and I'm here to give you the review show for Love Game, Season 3, Episode 3. No. No, Episode 2. Sorry about that. A little skittish today. Okay, this episode starts off basically, Corey, she's bitching about the whole fight between her and Sydney. Because remember last episode, Corey was saying that Sydney's tits were old and saggy, and she looked like some grandma titties, just flapping like, you know. And so Sydney finds out, and so Sydney gets pissed off, and those bitches basically, to make the story short, they basically get into a brawl. They're scratching and they're pulling and they're swinging and yeah, shit like that. And Corey is still on that shit. She's like, I can't believe it. I don't like Sydney. She's a fake ass bitch, and I'm gonna get rid of her. So she tries to talk to Judy and stuff like that, trying to convince Judy, for them to create like this little alliance to get rid of Sydney's guys and stuff like that. But Judy, she ain't falling for that shit. Judy like, bitch, please. I already know your game. You're fake as shit. You do it to her. You do it to me. I ain't dumb how. I'm Creole. I'm like, you go ahead. You go ahead, Judy. But anyways. So, basically, Corey gathers all the guys around the bed and stuff like that. She's trying to talk to them about her life. She went to this rehab for running away and all this other shit like that. And the guys are like, "Aww, do you need a little huggy wuggy?" It was like a real sentimental kind of moment. And then, Sydney, she buzzes in the room like, blah, 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 blah. And she starts talking, and the guys, they just turn away from Corey and they start going over there and chilling with Sydney. And then Corey's pissed. Corey's like, that bitch did that shit on purpose because she jealous of me. Corey, ain't nobody jealous of your fake blonde ass with your fake blonde goddamn titties, bitch. Hell, I wish I had a pen. I wish I was on that show. I would take this goddamn pen, take the, the little pointy tip, and just poke her boobs and watch all that silicone bust out. That bitch is fake as shit. But anyways. So Tanisha, obviously, she gathers all the girls around, and she lets them know their new challenge for HBIC. And it's basically a rap battle. So they all had to choose, like, guys, make it a team, and just rap this and the other girls. I'm just like, that's pretty easy. Corey's like, let's do this. Sydney's like, okay. And, Creole, Miss Creole, Judy, I'ma kill these bitches. I know how to rap. I'm like, you go ahead, Judy. You go ahead, bitch. You better get your rhymes in. But anyways, so they're going, they're going on and shit like that. They're in different rooms and different places in the house, and they're practicing, trying to cook up some lyrics and shit. And Sydney realizes one of the guys that she picked, this hot Spanish guy that claims he's like a rapper and a songwriter. She's like, this bitch, I picked him because he told me he could rap, and he told me he could write songs. This bitch ain't coming up with shit but hot air. I'm like, that's your dumb ass fault. Bitch don't look like no rapper to me. I ain't hear his ass on no damn track. I ain't hear him doing some feature with Lil Wayne. That bitch ain't no damn rapper. He's a wannabe. He's a wannabe nigga. Sorry. But, so after they're all done, practicing and shit like that, they all go to this building or whatever where they're gonna do the competition for HBIC. And the guy who's gonna be judging the competition, they bring in, people to judge, is rap icon, rap legend, and one of my favorite rappers, Too Short. I love him to death. I don't know why he calls himself Too Short, but whatever. So he's there, and all the girls are all like, oh my god, it's Too Short, oh my god. Anyways, so they all get ready, and he chooses the teams one by one. First comes Judy. She's rapping, blah 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 blah. She's rapping and shit like that. And I'm feeling her. I'm like, you go ahead, girl. You go ahead, girl. And then she chokes on her lyrics. She's like, blah, 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 blah. I forgot what I was supposed to say. And everybody starts laughing. The whole room, even the guys on the team, they start like smirking, like. And Judy, she's like, "Oh shit, what the hell do I do? I'm pissing in my pants," But instead of her being a punk ass bitch and walking off stage, or trying to finish reading off the page and crumbling because she's nervous, she starts doing a freestyle. She's like, "Fuck the damn paper, I'm a rap for real, blah 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 blah." I'm like, "Go ahead, bitch. That's what you do. When the going gets tough, you don't run, you just go that much harder, bitch." And she went hard. And then next up was Sydney. They was rapping. I like their flows and shit like that. She can rap, She got that nice little... She's a white girl, but she got that apple bottom jeans. That's all I got to say when it comes to her ass. Those apple bottom jeans. But, she's rapping. I liked it. It's alright. And then, Corey. She was rapping. And it was good. I personally felt that when it came to everything, I felt that Corey downright... She had the best... lyrics. Her lyrics are straight up cold. She made both those bitches like, did she just say that about me? That's how she made it look. But then, of course, at the end of the day, she did a good job. So after, all the girls are done rapping and all the teams are over, Too Short comes to a decision. He basically first lets the girls know what he thought before he decides who wins this HBIC challenge. He tells Judy that even though you fucked up on the lyrics and you stopped and you froze, you did a good job. You came back, you bounced back, and you had some good killer freestyle rhymes. So applaud to that. Sydney, you had a good rap and everything, but your shit was a little too friendly, a little too PG for me, bitch. This is a diss competition, hoe. You ain't supposed to be. You supposed to be going straight gutter on the hoe. You supposed to make these bitches cry, and you just made these bitches giggle. So he basically said that Sydney, good rhymes, it just wasn't hard enough to be called a diss. And then Corey, good rhymes, best flow, but you basically was like reading. You was like this, bitch. Blah 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 blah. You didn't give any fire, you didn't give any passion, you didn't give any hype. It was just basically you reciting you're reciting your lines for a play or some shit. That's how boring and flat your performance was. But anyways, so he chose, drum roll, Judy. She won because, she, even though she choked, she freestyled. And at the end of the day, that's all about hip-hop. When the going gets tough, you don't give up. You just go that much harder. So she wins, and everybody's just like, oh, shit, Judy wins. She's HBIC. Uh-oh. But, Jordan... Sorry. Sorry. A little slap. Hold on. Sorry. The saliva wasn't going down my throat fast enough. Sorry about that. Anyways, where was I at? Oh yeah, Judy wins the competition. So everybody in the house is excited about it and everything like that. So they all go back to the house and shit like that. They're all going back to the house. They're chilling. Everybody's walking around. Everything's peace and hunky dory. And then Sydney, she's like, I'm gonna cook for the guys because I want to show them that I'm not just a pretty face and nice tits and a real ass, not silicone. I'm gonna cook for the guys. And I'm like, oh, that's sweet. I like Sydney. I love her a lot. I think she's a real chick. I think she's a down-hole chick. I love you. I love you, Sydney. I loved your ass when you was on season 6 because you was a bad bitch. Even though you was a punk bitch because you quit, you was still a bad bitch. But she cooks, she's stirring, she's cooking for the guys. And, there's guys at the dinner table eating. But the two fine black boys that she likes, and just for the record, I don't know these guys' names. I can care less about their damn names. So if you want to know their names and all the detail, you better go on Oxygen and watch the show for yourself and find out what their names are. But the two black guys that she's really feeling that she's really feeling the most are, out on the porch, like out on the balcony there by the pool. They're just talking about shit and stuff. And Sydney, she's like, come on, everybody, come on. I cook breakfast, I cook dinner. Come on, eat this shit. And the guys are like, we'll be in there, go back in the house, chill your breaks, take a pill or something, chill. And she's like, okay. And then, as soon as she's like walking away, they're like, bitch, please, we ain't doing shit. Hell, just because you ring the damn bell don't mean we're going to run up in there and, eat your food. And then Cindy hears that shit and she goes off. She goes straight ham on the motherfucker. She's like, oh my God, you assholes, since you're not going to like my food, since you're going to just be like that, you don't have to eat my food. And I'm just like, okay. Me watching this, I'm just like, okay. And then the guys are like, oh God, this bitch is tripping. So they run, of course, they're in the house and they're trying to talk to her. And she swipes the plate from them. They try to sit at the dinner table now and eat. She's like, bitch, you ain't eating this food. She takes it and she's just walking away. She's like, I'm just like, damn. And then they go back and forth and she's like, y'all assholes took like 2 hours to come in here. And I told you to come in here. And it was just weird. Personally, how I felt about that was, Sydney, really? You're a nice girl. You're very hard on your sleeve. You're ride or die, bitch, but you wasn't ride or die anything. If anything, I just wanted to ride your ass to a goddamn psych ward, because that was some crazy ass shit. These are some grown ass motherfucking men, honey. You just met these motherfuckers. You cooking macaroni and fried chicken for their asses ain't gonna assure them that they like your ass. They can run down to their mama's house and get some damn food like that. So you going off with them about them not coming in the house and not eating your food. That made no sense to me. Anyways, but the black guy that she's feeling the most, he chases her, and they're talking and shit like that, and everything, and they men, they're back together. Anyways, now Judy is going around the house. Judy is going around the house trying to find out who's really here for her. So she's going around, she's talking to all these guys. She's like, I really like you. Corey and Sydney, they're lame ass bitches. You need to get with Team Judy because I got the voodoo for you bitches. And so she's acting like she's running for president for the election of 2012. She's going around the house telling everybody why they should be on her team or why they should drop Corey and drop Sydney. And I'm like, I can't blame her. I'm Team Judy, honey. I like Sydney too, and I like Corey too. I like those bitches in their own way. But I'm Team Judy, because she's the realest bitch and I'm the realest nigga. So we gonna be real together. But, she's going around the house, she's talking to everybody. And then she talks to Sydney's guy. Sydney's guy. And at first, last episode, they had major drama. He poured a drink on her and she was trying to kill him and she got restrained and it was crazy ass shit. But now they're talking and, Judy's like, I really like you. You just hurt my feelings, last week. Everything's cool though, right? And he's like, yeah, everything's cool. Everything's cool, baby. Everything's cool. And, Judy's like, bitch, this bitch, he trying to act like he's here for Sydney, but he really here for moi. The only reason why he ain't, out with it that he likes me more than Sydney is because we got into a little tiffy last episode. And then, they kiss. But, one of the guys walking past that shit, he sees it. He sees the whole conversation and he sees the kiss. It's the Spanish guy, the little short, little buff guy. Earlier in the episode, if you watched it, he's the one that fixed, Sydney some macaroni. But anyways, he sees it and he's like, ooh, I'm gonna be a 5-year-old and snitch and tattletale. Anyway, so he goes to Sydney and he tells Sydney that Judy and the guy that she likes was talking and they kissed. And Sydney's like, oh, hell no! She gets up out the damn chair and she goes straight into the room and she confronts Judy. And she's like, did you kiss my man? And what did he say to you? And Judy's like, she's in the bed. She's like, he said he likes you. That bitch, Judy was so timid, bitch. She was so weak with that shit. If that was me, if Sydney rolled up on me and talking about why did you kiss my man? What did my man say? I would have been like, bitch. First of all, ho, this ain't your damn man. Last time I checked, he ain't no damn cow. He don't have your